All right, everyone. Today, we're diving into a super important topic that affects all of us, how to reduce our impact on the environment. You know, it's crazy how much our daily choices can either harm or help the planet. I like to think of it as that butterfly effect. A small change in your routine can have massive consequences. So let's explore some simple, everyday actions we can take. For example, I make an effort every day to lessen my environmental impact. Every little bit counts, right?
Yeah, like I've heard that before. But, what are some actual ways you do this? I mean, it's one thing to say we're doing it, but how?
Great question. One thing I do is use reusable bags instead of plastic ones. Think about those plastic bags. They're like the cockroaches of the shopping world. Even if you don't see them, you know they're lurking around. Plus, I try to avoid single-use products whenever possible. Each time you choose a reusable option over a single-use one, it's like you're sending a message to the universe saying, "Hey, I care."
Wow, that's a good way to put it. So, what about recycling? Do you do that?
Absolutely. At home, I recycle paper, plastic, and glass. I like to think of recycling as a second chance for materials. It's like giving your old stuff a makeover, you know? Instead of ending up in a landfill, they get a new life. It's empowering to know that you're part of a solution. But, you know, it's not just about personal choices.
Right. Speaking of recycling, I've always wondered, how do you even decide what can and cannot be recycled?
Aha! That's a fantastic question. It varies by location, but generally, if it's clean and dry, it's probably recyclable. Just think of it like a party. Only the clean and well-behaved materials get invited back to the recycling bin. So always check your local guidelines.
That makes sense. But, do you think people get confused about the whole recycling thing? I mean, I hear mixed messages all the time.
Absolutely, and that confusion can lead to overthinking. But remember, reducing waste is not about being perfect. It's about progress. Like, if you can bring your own container to the store, it's like having a VIP pass to the environmental club.
I love that analogy. So, you've mentioned reusable bags and containers. What about energy? How do you save energy?
Oh, that's another brilliant aspect. When I leave the house, I turn off the lights as if I'm closing the lid on a treasure chest. You know, you want to keep that treasure safe. Plus, I often choose to take public transport or just walk instead of driving. It's like finding hidden gems in your community that you may never see from behind the wheel.
Right. And I've heard reducing meat consumption helps too. Do you do that?
Yes, I've reduced my meat intake to lower my carbon footprint. Think of it this way. When you eat more plants, you're not only nurturing your body, but also helping the planet. It's like giving the environment a green smoothie instead of a greasy burger.
Wow, I never thought about it like that. What about buying local food? Is that a thing?
Definitely. Purchasing seasonal and local food reduces transportation emissions. It's like being friends with your farmer. Every bite supports your community and cuts down on those long delivery trips.
Oh, that's super cool. You know, I've seen some people grow their own food. Have you tried that?
Yes, I've dabbled in growing herbs. It's not only fun, but it brings you closer to your food. It's like having a personal connection to your meals. Imagine snipping fresh basil for your pasta. That's farm-to-table magic right from your yard.
That sounds amazing. So, what if folks are, overwhelmed by all this?
That's completely understandable. Change doesn't happen overnight. Establishing daily habits, like turning off lights or carrying reusable bags, is what counts. You don't have to do everything all at once. Small steps lead to big changes, just like building a house brick by brick.
Wow, that's encouraging. I think I can do small steps. But, do you believe schools and workplaces should teach more about sustainability?
Definitely. Educating others about sustainability amplifies the message. It's like planting seeds. The more people who know, the more trees we'll see growing, metaphorically speaking.
Love that. So, if someone wants to start being more sustainable, what's your number one tip?
Start with one simple change. Whether it's bringing your own bags or committing to recycling, each action contributes to a broader movement.
Super inspiring. So, just to wrap this up, can you tell us how powerful even the smallest efforts can be?
Of course. Remember, reducing environmental impact isn't an all-or-nothing scenario. Even small changes can create lasting effects. Share what you do with others. It influences them to join in.
Wow, today's chat has been eye-opening. Thanks for sharing all these insights.
My pleasure. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe so we can keep learning together. Until next time, stay curious and sustainable.